What's popping, and welcome back to Popcorn. And this is Popcorn. If you missed us last week, wala kami sa ere. And we are back from that break. On today's episode, we will be having a Toy Story 4 and Beyond episode. And I'd like to welcome back my friends on the show, Boodie and Micah. And welcome to the show, Rissa, who hasn't joined an episode before.
I was supposed to, but I was not here.
So as I mentioned, we were on a break for a week or so because work is life and I didn't really have time to prepare for the last episode. So ngayon, nagbabalik tayo. We missed Pride last week. That was supposed to be last week's episode. I'm so sad we didn't get to talk about that much. But we will be having some sort of Pride discussion later on the show. So just a quick recap. The last main episode we had was featuring our extra special guest, Raymond Bagatsing. Thank you so much again, Rama, for being on the show, being one of our 2 celebrity guests. Hopefully we will have more soon. And of course, we also had a mini-sode for Chernobyl, the HBO show. And of course, all those episodes we have previously showed are now streaming on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever podcasts are streaming. So go listen to them after listening to this show. And there you go. We will now go to our first segment of the show. As always, we have our Popcorn, and it is our pop culture kernels of the week and our reactions to everything that has happened in the week or past 2 weeks. Ang daming sinabi. So, nahulog si Woody sa tabi natin.
Sorry. Oh, no.
So, is it a yes, a sax, or a pass? So, first we will be having some Pride talk. Happy Pride to everyone.
Happy Pride.
Yes, so everyone in our LGBTQ IA, B, C, D, E, F, G friends, happy Pride to you.
Yes.
We hope you continue to be yourselves despite what everyone else is saying.
True. Yay.
Always an ally.
Yeah, same.
So whether you're gay, straight, or bi, sabi nga ni Lady Gaga, we were all born this way. So speaking of Pride, Pride 2019. So Pride 2019 had over 70,000 attendees. So that's really great from last year's 20,000.
It's the biggest in Southeast Asia.
And for the most religious country, I mean, which begs to ask the question.
In fairness.
Love that for us.
I mean, before Pride came out, there was this whole CFC statement against Pride, or specifically Ateneo Pride. Oh, I don't know why they targeted that specific event, but
I think kasi Ateneo is a Catholic university. I think that's one of the reasons why they targeted just us in Ateneo.
So CFC released a statement saying, respect yes, pride no, compassion yes, celebration no, which to me is a pass, of course, because it does not really make sense, because Jesus is for loving everyone no matter who you are. And the 2 commandments nga, the new commandments according to Jesus are love.
Let's go. Wow.
Love God and love your neighbor. And this statement does not reflect loving your neighbor because, you know, they put prejudice against other people, and which Jesus wouldn't love.
Yeah, I don't think there's room for that kind of hate anymore, especially in this day and age.
So, it's a pass for me.
Pass.
So, Jesus loves us all. That's what's important about everything that's happening. And hopefully people, especially those in religious organizations, learn to embody that in their daily lives. It's just not like relating to the Bible and saying all these things. Like, you can't eat this, or you can't love whoever you want to love. So that's a pass. But it's a yes for the 70,000 attendees.
Yes.
Happy Pride. Yes, Queen.
Nadine.
And President, quote unquote, President Nadine was there.
There were a lot of celebrities, no?
Who else was there?
See,
Iza, J. Pascual.
Sino si Iza?
Calzado.
Si Iza. Okay.
Lose kami.
First name basis kayo eh.
Cholo.
So,
I'm just gonna
nahuhulog na lang si Boodie
I'm just gonna hold
dito sa
Boodie.
tabi.
Pagod na si Woody.
Yeah, ayaw
Sorry
niya
sa mga nanood ng live stream dyan. Pero yun, just a side comment, I don't really understand the whole concept of Nadine Lustre being a quote-unquote president. Sorry to all the Nadine lovers. I mean, I like her work and I watch her work, but what has she done to contribute to society to become a president?
Ano
Point
na lang
taken.
sa Twitter, friend.
Actually, tinanong ko na siya sa Twitter.
May nag-reply.
Wala
What's happening
nag-reply.
Twitter?
May mga nag-like lang. Kasi for sure, mababash ako kung nangyari ngayon. So on to our next popcorn for the week. They just released the Charlie's Angels reboot trailer. So now we will react. That trailer stars Kristen Stewart, Naomi Scott, and Ella Balinska as the new iteration of the Charlie's Angels. And this is gonna be written, directed, and also starring Elizabeth Banks, including Sam Claflin and Noah Centineo, everyone's quote-unquote
I didn't know
everyone's
Noah Centineo was
boyfriend.
He's in the trailer. He's in the trailer. I saw him.
So that's coming out in November 2019, and a new song is going to be released featuring Ariana Grande,
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus, and Lana Del Rey, queens of
Yeah.
pop. Sana si Carly Rae na lang, TBH. But anyway, what
Can have it.
have you to say? For me, it's a yes. I mean, reboots are becoming a thing. They're always a thing, and this certain reboot of the TV series and which turned into movies in the early 2000s seems to be the most feminist take on it.
Yeah.
I mean, culturally speaking, diverse siya with Kristen Stewart being an LGBTQ person. I don't know if in the movie she's LGBT. There's an African American woman now. Indian,
British
which also
Indian.
counts as Asian. Naomi Scott, who was Princess Jasmine. I love her
I
voice.
loved her there, so pretty excited.
Yeah.
And everyone's just saying that Kristen Stewart is just peak lesbian in this movie. So it's a yes for me.
Yeah, I'm
And
very excited.
It's interesting because like I didn't grow up watching Charlie's Angels. Like I think I was parang medyo I was a bit young, so to like appreciate it. So I'm excited for a reboot now.
Ako rin, but I'm pretty sure I watched it sa cinemas though.
Oh, you did?
I'm sure I watched it before, but like I don't really remember what it's about.
I love Charlie's Angels.
So I'm excited to see like this
I
reboot.
think I loved it because it reminded me of Totally Spice.
I see that.
Actually,
I loved it. I would watch it over and over and over again.
ayan si
As in,
Noah
I would
Centineo.
make my parents rent it out several times because I loved
Really?
it. So, yeah. I didn't know that. And I even like bought the DVD of Charlie's Angels too. And as in, I really loved it.
Fan na
I would
fan pala
watch
si
it over and
Rissa.
over again. So
I'm excited for this.
excited. Yeah.
I
I'm also
vaguely
excited.
remember what it
Right?
was before. I just know that it was
I remember
Cameron Diaz
yeah.
and Lucy Liu and Drew Barrymore. But
And
aside from that,
See, Ano was also there. Joey Tribbiani.
was he?
Yeah, he was the boyfriend of Lucy Liu.
Oh.
Matt LeBlanc.
Okay, I'm
No,
gonna go
go
watch
it.
that before the movie comes out.
Yeah. And oh my god, that guy from Legally Blonde, si Luke Evans, I think. Actually, I don't remember. But I remember Matt
The
LeBlanc.
guy from the Vampire Diaries, is that the same guy?
I don't know. No,
Who was in Legally
the
Blonde?
boyfriend of Elwood's in Legally Blonde.
Si
I
Emmett?
think he was there. I think he was the boyfriend
Or si
of Cameron
Warner?
Diaz. No, si Emmett. But I don't remember.
okay.
Basta I really remember. I remember Matt LeBlanc. He was the boyfriend of Lucy Liu in the series.
But anyway, it's a yes.
Yes.
Yes, queens.
Yeah.
Kasi
Yes.
it's an
Yes.
all-female movie written and directed by a female. So I'm sure Elizabeth Banks, who also directed Pitch Perfect 3,
Fair.
was...
two,
Is it
diba?
2 or 3?
Yeah, no,
I think it was 3.
I'm pretty sure it was. Well, I think it's 2.
Well, we will argue about that later. But there's a lot of reboots which are now featuring more feminist tropes, not just tropes, but feminist characters.
Diverse characters.
Yeah.
Including Toy Story, which we will be talking about later, and that's great, especially for the women in the room who have more representation on screen, especially for the young girls out there, especially, because they need more role models aside from all those toxic masculinity that they see. So it's a yes. And now we will go to Asia with our Asian news for the week. So nag-divorce na yung song couple. So Micah, care to explain?
So, I was the saddest person ever last June 27.
Alam talaga yung date.
I woke up to the news that the Song couple were already divorced. But kasi, matagal na yung rumors about their divorce.
Yeah.
So apparently, they haven't been living together 11 months after they got married.
Oh my gosh.
Which is super sad. Because they penned a letter pa to their fans when they announced that they were engaged na, they're getting married na. They said na super nagko-connect yung personalities nila, ganun. Tapos ngayon, biglang sinabi nila difference in personalities.
Yeah.
So, ayun, super sad.
It's a sad.
Yes,
sad.
it's a sad.
So for those who aren't familiar, si Song are Song Joong-ki and Song Hye-kyo, who were stars from Descendants of the Sun.
It's a Korean drama, by the way, in 2016.
And they got married in October 2017.
So, a super nice drama.
Super fast lang.
It's about a soldier and a doctor. But, ayun, kasi I think that's the relationship bloomed because in K-dramas usually, they're aired a few months pa before nag-shoot sila and ganon. And then, before they went public about it, before they promoted the actual K-drama, they were going out na. Apparently, 2013, kasi, okay, yung mga
Here we go.
This is gonna be a whole episode of just Song.
yung mga pogi sa K-dramas, Jo and Song, Park Bo-gum, who was just here, and Song Joong-ki, they're friends. Jo and Song Hye-kyo starred in a K-drama together 2013. That winter the wind blows. Oh my god, guys, maganda. And Jo and Song is also in It's Okay, That's Love. It's about mental
Kaya
health.
pala you're
It's
watching.
nice.
So this calls for a K-drama / K-pop episode soon.
Yeah.
But I heard si Park Bo-gum parang nililink nila as a third party.
No,
Doon sa
Din sa Song
he was
breakup.
Joong-ki's best man. But Hye-kyo and Bo-gum did a drama together, I think last year. And
Okay.
So parang nalilink siya doon, but it's useless.
Yeah, I saw a
don't think
statement
it's
saying,
true.
why am I part of this narrative?
Oo, so apparently, si Joong-ki was already starting to visit Song Hye-kyo when she was doing the drama with Jo and Song, which was in 2013 pa. So, medj matagal na siyang crush. So, sobrang ganda ng dots. So, sobrang lahat kami, oh my god, this is
Maganda
true
talaga
love.
siya.
But now, oh my god, it's over.
And apparently it's on Netflix now, so I'm gonna go
Yeah, it's on
watch it
Netflix.
sometime.
So
Netflix is just
they're already
capitalizing on
milking it.
this.
As in, it was on iFlix. It's on iFlix, right? And
Yeah.
It's on iFlix, and the day of the divorce of Song, I got a notif from iFlix on my phone. Sad about the Song divorce. Watch.
Oh my gosh! So you can be more sad.
That's targeted marketing
it's so
right there.
Wait, I took a screenshot of it and I sent it to Mika because it was so funny.
So anyway, it's a sad. It's neither a yes, a sax, or a pass. That's gonna be a new.
It's a sad.
It's gonna be a new addition to our choices whenever something is sad. So, our next topic was supposed to be Taylor Swift versus Scooter Braun's Bad Blood. But since marami ako masasabi about
All
that,
of us do, I think.
we will have a special mini-sode about that as a bonus after this episode. So, go...
Ano tong Woody toy mo I'm sorry. Hulog siya ng
Si Woody, nagpapapansin talaga.
Let's see if we
Kanina
can-
pa siya dito.
won't work.
So, anyway,
Nakahiga na lang siya.
Taylor Swift, just a brief update for everyone. There's a feud between Taylor Swift and Scooter Braun, who is the manager of Justin Bieber, among many other Hollywood celebrities, because of Taylor Swift's masters being owned by him after he purchased
Yeah.
Big Machine Records, which has been Taylor's record label for the past,
Her whole career.
Yeah.
except
But ano
this
lang?
latest
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the past 13 years just to say 13. But yun, for me, it's a sax. I mean,
Yeah.
I still don't know what to feel truly about this.
There's still too much to uncover.
But it's a yes on Taylor's end for me because she's trying to fight for what she owns. So go check out our minisode after this episode. We're gonna be uploading that after that as a bonus episode. So go listen to that because we can't just dedicate a whole episode to that in this
Medyo exag
pop
na yun.
trend. Exag yun for sure. Okay, so next. So it's a sax for all of us kasi it's a yes or pass. Medyo we don't know what to feel yet. But that's news and it's still a developing story. So watch out on the internet on what happens. So next, balik tayo sa Pilipinas. Merong bagong trailer ng Hello, Love, Goodbye.
Oh my God.
In the last episode, we just talked about the teaser trailer, but they just released the full trailer, which got me so excited.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
It looks really nice.
So, yung kwento pala is set in Hong Kong, which I guess...
Of course it is. Napansin nyo, every Filipino rom-com just has to have a setting na out of the country.
The latest ones, I mean the more recent ones.
Anyways, go ahead.
I mean, I think it's a yes for me, for sure.
Yeah.
Queen Catherine, more than President Nadine. Sorry, Nadine.
Oh.
Pero yun,
Handa ka na, Cholo.
Katniel trash also.
same. Micah and I are actually known as the budget Katniel, which caused a lot of dilemma online.
Hashtag Milo.
Hashtag di daw sila.
And I really like how now sa Filipino rom-coms then they're not just limiting the actors to their ka-love team.
Yeah.
Diba? Recently. So it's really refreshing to see new
different
partners.
And si Alden parang grabe yung pagkapayat niya ngayon.
Baka for the role.
Na-depress siya after Aldob or something.
But ano nangyari sa Aldab?
I mean, Aldob's no more.
At all?
Yeah. And aside from that, actually, nag-announce din yung Black Sheep that they're gonna have a movie with Maine Mendoza and Carlo Aquino naman. So that's another exciting thing to watch out for. But Hello, Love, Goodbye, it's a yes.
Yes.
Because I'm excited.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a modern day OFW story.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see also Catherine take on like more mature roles.
Which she has been doing
she
a
has
lot
been.
lately.
No, but I want to see their chemistry on screen because what Boodie said nga.
You're so used to seeing.
Yeah, we're so used to seeing Catherine with Danielle. So it's nice that they're, trying different teams and stuff. And it's parang when I was watching the trailer, all I could think of was, are they gonna work on screen? Are they gonna work as a team? So I'm excited.
So let's wait. It will come out on July 31 in cinemas nationwide.
Wow.
So pupunta ako sa premiere night actually. So ayun.
May flex pa dun.
May flex talaga. Kasi sobrang na-touch.
Gusto ko diba, trailer pa lang, meron na silang one-liner.
May hugot
heart
na.
sa heart.
Syempre pang panghatak yun ng takilya.
Yeah.
So susunod sa ating balita, there's another Filipino movie teaser that came out today, which is joke, maling picture yung lumabas. Which is Paolo Avellino as the starring role in the movie Fangirl, which will be directed and written by Antoinette Hadaune.
Pero ba't siya nagkakalat sa Twitter?
Nagkakalat ba siya?
Oo. Basahin mo yung tweet.
Nagre-reply lang naman siya sa mga tao. I think it's PR, which he did for Goyo as well. I
Diba
think
nag-reply siya sa'yo before?
nag-reply ba siya sa akin? Hindi siya nag-reply.
Reply siya sa'yo.
Hindi siya nag-reply. Hindi siya nag-reply.
Ayos, diba? Or something like that.
Akala ko
You just retweeted it.
Hindi siya nag-reply.
Retweet niya.
Hindi siya
I thought
nag-reply.
you
Like it lang. I don't remember.
Okay, nag-aaway kami tungkol kay Paolo Avellino. Kasi like 3 years ago, 3 years ago, when the movie I'm Drunk, I Love You came out, Paolo Avellino had that toothbrush photo shoot and I copied it and it became viral on
Are you
Twitter.
sure hindi yan nireplyan yun?
Parang hindi. But
Oo.
Oo eh.
sige, hanapin natin yan and
Anyways.
babalitaan natin sila sa
Dun sa
next
minisode.
episode ng Popcorn. And the logline for this movie is said to be: an obsessed teenage fan finds herself inside the mansion with her celebrity idol she thought she knew and learns exactly why they say never meet your heroes. Sounds
fanfic
familiar.
lang.
I heard it's not a rom-com.
Is it like a horror movie?
It's either gonna be a comedy or like a super satire or a drama.
Medyo creepy yung photo na yun Cholo.
It's because hindi pinapakita yung girl.
She's diba? Nag-open casting call for that, right?
Remember? Yeah.
Mas nag-effort tayo, no?
Not knowing na it was Paolo Avellino.
So yeah, they had an open audition and they cast we don't know who, either a celebrity or
Corey
a
naman
random
ko celebrity.
stranger. Hopefully it's not a celebrity.
I'd prefer it to be like a nobody.
Yeah.
That would be so cute.
And it'll make it more
And one of our
relatable.
batchmates, Gabby Gloria, actually auditioned for this for a Young Star article.
Oh, did she write
She
that
did.
article?
So,
Yeah, I saw the
hanapin nyo
article.
yan
Oh my God.
sa internet.
That's funny.
Go, Gabby.
So, it's a yes. I'm excited for this movie as well.
Yes.
So, Star Cinema get Paolo Avellino on the show. We'll see what happens. Okay. And down to our last popcorn for the show.
Okay.
We will go sports.
Ooh, Cholo's favorite topic.
Go sports. So our resident sports fanatic / expert Boodie is here from her Lastimosa legacy.
Oh my God.
So go Boodie.
So we're gonna talk
Pave
about
the way.
we're gonna be talking about the NBA free
drafts.
agency because it's been pretty exciting. It's actually like people are saying it's the most exciting free agency in a while.
I'm gonna
For
nod
you,
my
do
head.
You know what what do you think free agency means?
They're not
Curious lang.
tied down to a particular
See,
team.
You know sports.
And so they can go wherever
Yeah.
they want, like LeBron James or something.
So like
that.
the big So the biggest news so far is for the Brooklyn Nets, which so Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are
KD.
going ball is life.
Ball is life.
So yeah, they're off to the Nets, which is interesting.
Wow.
Have the Nets been doing well in the NBA in the past season?
Alam ko they did better than expected last season. So now that they acquired like two superstars, it's gonna be more interesting for them.
Wild.
Pero si Durant's like out with an injury,
Yeah,
so
I
like mga 1 year pa ata siya.
And I heard
So,
there's
medyo
also
delayed
some Kawhi.
gratification.
Kawhi, is that how to pronounce
Yeah.
it? Kawhi Leonard.
Pero you misspelled
Something.
it when you're reviewing the topic.
Yeah.
Pero yeah. So also the other hot topic is people don't know if Kawhi is gonna stay with the Raptors or not. Because maybe daw the Lakers are trying to get him and also the Clippers. So your rumor is na pupunta siya sa Lakers. So
With LeBron.
Yeah.
And they
And
didn't do too well this season.
no, parang dark ages ng Lakers, I would like to say.
For a while. It's
Yeah.
been how many years?
Actually,
Well, it's been the golden era for
Yeah.
the Golden State Warriors.
Pero people are saying na most likely he's going to the Lakers. So if he is, then
More exciting news.
new era. Pero kawawa naman si Drake kung iwanan siya ni Kawhi sa Toronto.
Well, I say it's a yes for all basketball fans out there.
Yes, for sports!
Yes, sports. We support all sorts
Go
of pop
sports.
culture in here, including sports. So, to everyone enjoying that, enjoy it. We have our own. We each have our own specialties, and I'm just a casual reader of news about all these things.
Yun na yung ambag mo sa,
Yun lang yung
sa
masasabi
sports
ko.
conversation.
At least when Boodie messaged me about this, I was like, I think I know what's happening based on what I read. And she said everything I said was correct
Oo.
naman. So at
Yung
least,
spelling lang namang pangalan yung mali.
yun lang. So, some mini shout outs in the world of sports. 15-year-old tennis player Corey Coco Gauff beats 5-time champion Venus Williams at Wimbledon.
Wow.
And she's the youngest player to ever enter the Wimbledon.
cool.
And she's her
It's
idol.
amazing.
Galing.
So she was crying. It was the first time she cried after winning a game. Of course, she beat her idol. So I guess
Sobra.
that must be something huge. So it's a yes
15?
queen for her.
I didn't know she
She's
was
15.
She's 15.
Grabe.
What are we doing with our lives?
Let's not go there.
So next. So it's a yes for her, of course.
Yes.
Keep on going. I mean, I'm sure she'll do great if you
Support
already beat
female
her idol.
athletes, yeah.
I can't imagine beating someone I idolize.
You beating LeBron James.
I can't imagine beating Taylor Swift at singing or something like that. It's not a competition.
Hindi pa sports yung analogy.
Sige, sabihin natin si Kiefer Ravena sa basketball.
Uy, malapit na si Kiefer mag-comeback. Another
yes
news.
for him.
I've been seeing his countdowns online.
He's back in practice now. Next month na siya babalik.
Wow! Oh my gosh,
Been a while.
exciting.
Good for him.
Games, guys. Pagbalik.
Manonood na ulit tayo ng NLEX games.
You let me know.
Through our resident PBA insider, Boodie Lastimosa. Okay, next we have another sports and female-related news with Megan Rapinoe. I don't know if that's the correct way of pronouncing it, but she is the team captain of the Women's World Cup team for USA. And she made some comments kasi against President Trump or the White House. She was being asked whether if they did win the World Cup, will they visit the White House? And she was like, no, I'm not. There's no way I'm going there. And after that, I think she got a lot of negative hatred from men, of course, and white men even more so. And she proved herself by making 2 goals.
The
only two goals in that game against Brazil. Is that correct?
I'm not sure lang.
Against their opponent. Let's just say against their opponent. So it's a yes. I mean, I think she's also part of the LGBTQ community. And that just proves that women can do anything and have integrity. And
women's
yes
sports should have more exposure. I'm just saying.
So go Philippines. Boodie will be the head of the National Sports Commission if that if there's a thing for women. Oh, meron pala from our spokesperson in the house. Okay, so that is our popcorn for the week. Ang daming nangyari dahil 1 week tayo nawala sa ere. There's so much that happened, and those are our reactions. So we will go on a short break, and we will be back for more popcorn. Jesuit Communications presents Ginintuan 50 Years of Jesuit Music featuring Bukas Palad, Hangad, Himig Jesuita and Friends, Coro Ilustrado, Musika Chiesa, Arangka, Toto Sorioso featuring Between Escalante, Lara Maige, Father Manoling Francisco S. of the Society of Jesus, syempre SJ, hindi lang SJ yung sinabi. Noel Cabangon on the Matinee Show and Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle on the Gala Show. So that's happening on July 13 at the Henry Lee Irwin Theater at Ateneo de Manila University. The Matinee Show is at 3 p.m. and the Gala Show is at 7 p.m. For tickets, call 426-5971, local 113, or 0908-886-8447. Ang daming 8. So, we are back to Popcorn, your stop for all things pop. And now we will be talking about our main topic, which is the Toy Story franchise. As you can see on the live stream, for those watching on the live stream, ang daming toys dito. Si Boodie nagpapapansin kanina.
I know. Felt like
siya.
10 times.
So, Toy Story has been a big part of our childhood, of our whole lives, basically. Sir Seth will get mad at basically essentially our whole lives. Some basic info on the franchise to just keep everyone up to date. Toy Story 1 came out in 1995 and Toy Story 2 in 1999 with director John Lasseter for both. Toy Story 3 came out 10 years after in 2010 with director Lee Unkrich, and they've had a lot of shorts and specials such as Toy Story Treats, Short Fry, Hawaiian Vacation, Partysaurus Rex, Toy Story of Terror, and Toy Story That Time Forgot. So ang daming nangyari in the last 24 years of Toy Story.
It's your age.
It is my age.
It's your age.
So my whole life has been Toy Story basically. And we're talking about Toy Story because Toy Story 4 just came out. But before that, let's just talk a bit about Toy Story in general. Let's discuss our childhood memories of Toy Story kasi, it was a big chunk of our lives. So, for me, Toy Story kasi is one of my favorite Disney films ever.
Yeah, I agree.
I remember, just seeing all the nice toys who moved. And, wanting my own Woody or Buzz Lightyear, and that never stopped. As you can see,
I know.
I have my own toy collection now. So, where does it rank I mean, what are your memories about Toy Story?
Me, I remember growing up with, we had the DVD, parang 2-in-1 siya, of Toy Story 1 and 2. So I would always watch that on DVD. That's why I think it's definitely one of my favorite Disney movies nga. It's because of how much I used to watch it growing up. So yeah, yun yung, it's just one of the constant Pixar movies na I've like consistently been watching. Siya talaga yung kabisado kong Pixar movie, I think I would say. Or series.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think you can say Pixar without Toy Story anyway.
Well, it is the first movie they ever made.
Yeah. Well, for me, if I were to choose my favorite, it's still Toy Story 2. When they meet Jessie and Bullseye and everyone, and I love Jessie. Like Jessie is one of my favorite characters. But the memory I have of Toy Story is that you remember that scene when Jessie remembers her past, like with her old owner. Yeah, with her owner. The when somebody loved me. Yeah, that part.
Sakit nun?
Yeah, up to this day. I mean, when we were kids and we were growing up, and when we moved houses, I gave away a lot of my toys, and my dad always remembers that scene. He cannot forget that scene when Jessie was given up, and when we moved out of our old house, and I had to give away my toys.
Yeah.
He kept just thinking about that scene, and he was just like, I feel so bad because I remember Jessie from Toy Story 2. So it wasn't just my
childhood. So nag-play din ba yung When She Loved Me in the background?
Yeah, no. I mean, just that moment was so sad.
I think that was one of the most like memorable moments of all in the whole Toy Story saga.
I just randomly bring up, ito din yung favorite scene ko sa Toy Story 2 when Woody was like being made over.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
that was one of the best scenes. One of the best scenes. That's the most satisfying scene.
Yeah, everyone was saying na parang that's the first ASMR video ever. So wala lang.
I think that's so memorable in a sense na vividly, even though I haven't seen the movie in ages, I thought that came from Toy Story 1. That was how impactful that scene was. I mean, kasi before watching Toy Story 4, I've had some time randomly and parang wow, may time ako to watch all three previous Toy Story. I'm parang yun nga, doon ko lang naalala na wow, Toy Story 2 pala yung scene na yun. And yung airport scene and everything.
Yeah, I love the airport scene.
So Micah?
Well, for me, I remember getting these Disney CD storybooks. Tapos yung one of the books where yung Toy Story yung main story doon. So I would just play it over and over again. And I remember I didn't want to give away my toys. I didn't want to give them to my sister because she would just throw my toys. Toy Story. Tapos I remember I would equally allot playtime for my dog. Para walang and Woody drama. So big part of childhood also.
Actually, speaking of toys, I had the Richard Webb go to my house the other day kasi nakisabay siya, dun siya nag-grab. So of course, I showed him my toy collection. And he was looking for a certain set of toys which I had already,
which of course you had.
Sure. I mean it's the Disney Infinity figures that I used to play with on the Wii U. And I had just for a time they've been in a box lang na in my room, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is Toy Story. Ngayon lang sila malalabas ulit nung pinakita ko kay Richard yung mga toys. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to bring them out more.
Na-hurt feelings nila dun.
So I think that's how much Toy Story is ingrained in our lives. And especially in my room, which really looks like a toy store at this point. I'm sure they have a party every night once I'm gone or when I'm asleep.
So creepy no if like toys were really alive when you were in real life.
The things they would see. And oh my gosh. Yeah, in our office we brought like little stuffed toys and stuff, and we thought we had like a rat. So we were like, my office mate went up to the toy and was like, what did you see? But obviously I can't talk back. But
you never know.
Yeah, I know. We had our toys had a photo shoot today.
Why do you have toys in your office?
We're weird.
So yun, Toy Story, it's a big deal. It's a big part of our lives. And
It's cute. May photoshoot talaga sila.
Sa photoshoot today.
so, ayun. What else? Sino yung favorite Toy Story characters na, of course, from Toy Story 1 to 3?
Oh gosh.
For me, I really admire Woody. Of course, he's
and his loyalty.
he's the lead character.
Woody.
But aside from that fact, his loyalty
Yes.
is
To his owner.
Yeah.
something that you'd like your friends to have.
Yeah.
And
not
he's just a
to his
toy.
owner, to his group.
To his
of
friends, yeah,
He never
exactly.
leaves a toy behind. Like what he would do for his fellow toys.
Except in Toy Story 1 where he got so petty
I know.
against Buzz
Oh
Lightyear.
my gosh.
Not forget.
Wala ka tayong character development.
Justice for
nun.
Buzz Lightyear. So, tinapon na niya
gosh.
sa bintana and all that.
Who else do I like? I really like the Barbies and Kens.
Oh,
the Toy
yeah.
Story 3 or 2.
Toy Story 3 was when
Three is
Barbie and Ken had the storyline.
Same.
Ako, I love the aliens, aside from the
Yeah.
fact that they're cute. And they had a big role
So
in Toy
one.
Story 3 also.
Yeah, they did.
When they saved everyone from destruction.
Oh yeah, the claw. Yeah.
The claw.
Super morbid. Just
I know.
looking
Yeah.
I was...
The teddy bear. What was
Oh
his
god.
name?
Lotso. Si Lotso.
Yuan Lotso.
It's still Jessie for me.
Yeah, I also like shout out din kay Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head.
Oh yeah.
Yung sass nila. Just,
There's
I love
so
it.
much sass, and RIP to the voice of Mr. Potato Head.
Aww.
Actually, the footage on Toy Story 4 was just archived footage that they put together.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because
my
he passed
God.
away before this came out.
That's so sad.
So, rest in peace.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace.
So, aside from the characters, of course, we were talking about scenes kanina. What scenes resonated with you the most? Of course, Jessie's
Yeah.
super emotional
The
Emily
song,
scene
yeah.
when Emily became a true woman, quote unquote, when she
When she
suddenly had makeup
Yeah.
and then tinapo na lang si Jessie on the side.
Yeah.
And Jessie was like, what the hell is she doing?
How dare she?
How dare she replace me with makeup?
But yeah, that's one of the most memorable scenes.
sure.
But speaking of
Memorable.
toys, do you think kids these days still actually play with toys with the abundance of technology that's at their beck and call?
My cousins still do. My baby cousins still do.
But how baby
Yeah.
are they?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
School.
Pero,
Ako, may
di ba tayo nung bata kasi tayo, we were probably
Until
7 and
grade
still
school.
Until
playing
grade school,
with
yeah,
toys.
for sure. I loved Bratz dolls. I had
My
so many.
7-year-old
He did
cousin
Bratz.
still.
Oh, they do have
I
a
love
lot.
Bratz.
I loved Bratz. I love Bratz so much.
Original style icon sila.
Yeah, they are. They're for real. But my cousin,
Forever.
my 12-year-old cousin, she plays with this thing called squishies.
Yeah, super
Yeah,
uso
these are
yung
super
squishies.
uso right now. Yung
And they're, like,
squishies.
expensive, ah.
They're expensive.
Are they like the super small
They're
ones?
just-
No, that
That's actually-
depends on the size, but they're expensive.
It's parang stress ball.
Yeah, it's like a stress ball. Yeah, but they're so uso. As in, my cousin will spend so much money to go to a squishy. Like, it's not even in the toy store. You have to go to a squishy store.
There's a squishy store.
I forgot what it's called, but when we went to, like, I think Ayala 30th or something, and she was so excited because there's a squishy store in the Ayala 30th. And, like, as in, when she goes out with us, she brings like 4 squishies in her bag. So is that counted as a toy? I guess
It
it
is.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But how old is your cousin?
She's 12.
Ah, okay.
She's
Yeah,
12.
and my 7-year-old cousin also, she's super obsessed with LOL dolls. Alam niyo yun?
Is that a
They're
new
like,
thing now?
they kind of look like Funko Pops actually.
Yeah.
Parang medyo bulky sila.
Yeah.
But they're like parang different
And
girls.
what does LOL stand for?
I don't know.
And of course, me as a 23-year-old still plays with toys. I mean, kasi my sister, she's 13 na, si Julia, and
Gosh,
she barely plays with
Yeah. Well, I
toys
think it's a bit
anymore.
old na din for
I mean,
toys.
she's doing makeup. Did you do makeup at
No.
13
No,
years
I did
old?
not.
Exactly.
I
Hi,
didn't
Julia.
learn how to do makeup
She's
in
listening
college.
right now.
College. Yeah. Oh, well, I have a baby cousin, but she's like 1. So, of course, all of her stuff are toys. And she's not really allowed to use cell phone. I mean, she's not allowed to touch the cell phones and stuff. So,
So I think a modern retelling of Toy Story would
Yeah.
probably be like Cell Phone Story.
Grabe na, obsessed siya sa app.
well, I mean, I'm sure an attempt to that was like the Emoji movie
Emoji
or
movie,
something.
that-
Or Wreck-It Ralph.
Or, yeah, Wreck-It
Breaks,
Ralph.
Ralph breaks the internet.
Yeah, Ralph breaks it.
But that's not really like the relationship between a thing and a child.
Yeah.
Toy Story kasi it's more like a relationship between a toy that you've kept for so long.
Yeah.
Introducing new toys to the squad every so often, and then it just explores that whole relationship between each other and between owner and toy. And baka nga these days kids aren't so inclined to play as much toys anymore. So, we'll see as time goes by.
Yeah. But I don't think toys are dead.
No.
They aren't. Look at me.
Yeah, I still have stuffed toys in my room. I love my stuffed toys.
So now, let's go to the deeper meaning of Toy Story.
Philosophical, na tayo.
Magpaka-philo tayo ngayon.
Oh my God.
And talk about what Toy Story actually means or what we think it means. Kasi as time progressed, of course, the story developed further and further. In Toy Story 1, the toys just came to life and it just showed what does it mean to be a toy, to be owned by a child, to be in a set of toys. It just showed that basic concept. But as time flew by, in Toy Story 2, mas wider world na sila. Pumunta sila sa toy store, binabenta na sila sa museum.
Yeah.
To be shipped to Japan.
Yeah.
And then, of course, is there a greater purpose for you aside from being a child's toy? For Woody, at least. And everyone else was there to rescue Woody, as they would everyone who would be missing or would be thrown away or something like that. And then in Toy Story 3, which for me is the most emotional out of everything.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
Me too.
Our kid is grown up now, just like Emily. So what do we do now as toys? Where do we go next? So for me, ang nakita ko dun kasi sobrang naging serious na yung usapan eh.
Well, Toy Story actually, like when you think about it, sobrang serious na yung topics na.
It's a really serious movies
I think it's really about purpose of one person in life.
Yeah.
And that's embodied by the toys that we see. Because parang through everything, they were just trying to find what do we do now? What's our role in society? What's our role between each other with our friends? When there's a new person in the room, what's my role now? Kasi may bagong toy na si Woody as Buzz Lightyear, parang ganun.
And what's my role now? Malaki na yung owner ko.
Yeah, for me, yun talaga, Toy Story 3 showed that dilemma between the toys na, okay, Andy's going to college now. What are we gonna do? Are we just gonna go to this daycare and find a lot of children? So yun.
But I also think na it's nice that they stayed true to who they are as toys. Like si Woody, hindi nag-falter yung loyalty niya. Not just to his owner, but also to his fellow toys. So there's this commitment to who they are, which not a lot of people have.
Wow, may hugot.
What's also nice with Toy Story 4 was showing how like the grass is greener on the other side. Like with Bo, what she's done with her life. Parang, it was nice. So it was nice. It was a nice perspective that Woody needed.
Yeah.
So he could move on with his life as a toy.
Yeah.
And it makes you think also, diba? Because also the theme of Toy Story is what happens when like a person you love outgrows you, or like diba? Parang if you grow separately, parang
like is there
a
a
way to
purpose
reflect.
after the one that you already know?
Yeah.
And it's a big, it's a big question for all of us, especially as we too are growing up, as the toys are growing up with Andy.
We literally grew up with the franchise.
We really did.
Exactly.
We were born when it was
came out in
made,
1995, and now it's 2019.
Yeah.
And we're old. And yun nga, Boodie was asking that question. Parang nag-philo-oral sa tayo dito about Toy Story. Pero,
give me my A.
Yun nga, syempre, people grow apart also. So, what do you do after that?
When the person you love won't choose you anymore, what will you do after that?
Ano to? Hello, love, goodbye.
Wait lang.
Kasi wala na eh. Hindi na siya tawag dun. Bo was discarded. Diba? And what's her name? The doll in the cabinet, the creepy doll.
Si Gabby
Si
Gabby.
Gabby.
I found her so creepy. Oh my
Super,
God. Even
legit.
the vampires.
Yung minions niya.
Marionettes.
Nakakatakot.
Nagulat ako dun sa isang part.
Legit jump scare talaga ako sa Toy
Yeah,
Story 4.
they're scary.
So yun. Sobrang daming pag-uusapan about the deeper meaning
I know.
of Toy Story.
Oh, yeah.
We got so serious for a moment right there.
Everyone
but
just started quiet.
reflecting about our lives and the meaning of life and
Yeah.
our purpose in life and friendship. I think a big theme also is friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because through everything, the squad was together.
together,
Some
yeah.
people left them and you know, they had to stay strong for each other. Syempre, a lot of them were also saying, ano ba yan, Boodie? Tama na. Diba? But
Get over it, Woody.
Yeah.
I mean,
Woody.
but
Woody,
Woody
stop.
was still there.
Yeah.
He still believed in Andy and eventually Bonnie.
Yeah.
But yun nga, it keeps on asking the question, what is our role in life and each other's lives? And you know, it's shown beautifully throughout this whole franchise. And we will talk more about Toy Story 4 later because that pretty much wraps up the whole story. Pero for me kasi Toy Story 3 was so emotional.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
One of the few movies that I had tears in my
Like
eyes.
if they
I
didn't
super
make
cried
a
also.
Toy Story 4, that still would have been okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kasi
No.
sobrang ganda nung ending.
No, but when Toy Story 4 was announced, everyone was like, why?
same.
Why? Because
Exactly.
we already had the
closure,
ending.
yeah.
Like we
But
already
did you really? Kasi nga parang kas Bonnie's still gonna grow up.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, like that era of Andy closed. So and we
And it
grew up.
closed so perfectly.
It closed so
Yeah.
perfectly, and we grew up with Andy. So, parang to me, when Toy Story 4 was announced, we're like, what are you gonna talk about now? Andy's in college, and yeah, but the ending of Toy Story 3 really was perfect because you know that the last playtime, that scene
letting
where
go moment.
when Andy and Bonnie play with the toys for the last time.
That was
All
so
I could think
good.
of was what were the toys thinking, because they can't show what they're feeling, right?
Uh-huh.
They have to pretend they have to be toys for these people, and I just can't even imagine the joy and the bittersweet feeling that Woody and the others had like at that very moment. And you know how when Andy said thanks guys and then Woody said so long partner, and oh my god, my heart broke.
Iiyak ako dito sa radyo pati po na.
my heart broke. And but yeah, with Toy Story 4 coming out, it was really a question of, okay, is this going to really be important in this franchise?
And it was.
Yeah.
And we will
Which we
talk
will talk
about it after this break. Westlife, the 20 Tour, celebrating 20 years of hits, July 29 and 30, 2019 at Araneta Coliseum. Tickets are on sale now at ticketnet.com.ph or call 911-5555. Presented by Wilbros Live. Westlife, hashtag Westlife Manila 2019. And we are back to Popcorn with Cholo Sediaren and Boodie and Rissa and Micah. And this is your stop for all things pop. And today we are again talking about Toy Story 4 and Toy Story in general. And we are back to our discussion now, talking about the latest in the franchise and probably the last, which they've been saying it's the last na talaga. Toy Story 4, which came out a few weeks ago. So, the initial thoughts on, I mean, as Rissa was saying earlier, ako rin, I was like, after that ending of Toy Story 3, which was perfect, how else could you continue this story? And
Apparently you still can.
apparently they still can, and they did well. In general, for me, it's a yes.
movie.
But yun, we're gonna discuss more about the movie, what happened in the movie. For those who haven't watched, don't listen to this segment.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. But it showed Woody's crisis about his purpose in life being extended now that Bonnie is preferring Jessie and other toys over him. Kasi nasanay siya na
he's the star of the show.
He's the star of the show. Well, he is still the star of the movie.
The star of the child's life. The star toy in the child's life.
And I must say, all Bonnie's toys are also really nice. Ang galing ng characters na nagawa nila for Bonnie's toys, like Mr. Pricklepants and Trixie and Forky, which is a new character introduced. Si Dolly, yeah. So yun. So in Bonnie's attempt to make a toy in school, kasi
she was lonely.
She was really lonely and nobody was talking to her. That's so sad. She was in first grade na kasi.
Kinder pa lang
ba?
Okay. I felt so nostalgic when Woody was saying, because I had to be with Andy when he was going to nursery school.
Oh my God. Daming atake, no?
Bonnie.
Yeah.
Which is also like, I'm asking the question, where did Woody come from before going to Andy? Kasi Woody in Toy Story 2 was shown to be a vintage toy.
Yeah.
So
I'm assuming
that was the
sale.
90s. So
yeah, but Woody's life was Andy though. Like there's no before Andy.
Or that we know of.
Yeah, that we know of.
But he's shown to be so wise talaga.
Yeah, but
maybe lang in Toy Story 5 prequel. Who was Woody before Andy?
Ibang voice na kasi Tom Hanks doesn't want to do this anymore. Pero yun, Woody na-replace na siya, or he was not the star anymore because Bonnie made a new friend. Literally made a new friend. And that is Forky, who is literally a spork with popsicle sticks and pipe cleaners and
eyes.
A Twizzler.
Googly eyes.
Basically, he's trash, and he is.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
And he is my idol in Toy Story 4. We are trash.
Mm-hmm. We are.
So, ayun. General reactions to the movie.
I have a lot of feelings, so go ahead.
Go, Rissa.
You start.
Okay. Okay. First, we can talk about it later, but I'm still not sure how I feel about the ending up to now. Like, I kind of get that the story was heading towards that particular ending. But up to now, I'm still deciding if that was the ending I would have wanted.
These are your friends.
Like, as a viewer.
Woody, I have a question.
I wish that there was more. Okay, Pixar has this formula that shows a lot of heart, and I really wish that there was more.
You need help with that.
I think that Toy Story 4 had so many heavy topics.
This is a little strange, but we all have to make sure
they kind of used
nothing
humor
happens
to make it lighter, and I wish that they lessened it just a little bit, so that there would be like just a moment between. This is what was missing for me: a moment between Buzz and Woody. Just to talk about everything that's going on. And what made me so sad was they made Buzz like this comic relief thing.
Was he as dumb as I remember?
No, I don't think so.
Extra dumb before.
So,
I don't think he was dumb.
He wasn't.
Like, no, I mean, I don't think he was portrayed as dumb. But I mean, in the first movie, he was like,
he was dumb in the first movie.
He was the only toy who didn't know he was a toy and pretended he was a space ranger. So I think may
hint pa rin of that old
Buzz. There's that kind of brain thing happening with Buzz
or maybe because he also turned into Spanish or something.
Spanish like, Buzz.
He's had his like mishaps with his batteries, with his reset button, whatever. But
been through a lot.
Yeah, he's been through a lot. But yeah, I just wish that there was just
that was
like one little moment of just them talking about what was happening to them. I mean, I just feel like that was missing.
Our toy group's falling apart.
I think kasi with the
I just that's it. That that moment in the trailer in the RV when Woody's watching Forky and then Buzz goes like, "Are you okay? I can take the next watch." That was the perfect opportunity for a good dialogue about what was happening between their group with Woody and Buzz and everyone. So for me, super if there was just that moment, I think that would have been perfect because I mean, you know, the ending scene when Buzz goes, she's gonna be fine.
Oh,
Like, you know, I think that I feel like that could have been so much better if they actually had moments, because Buzz was really just comic relief. He was stuck with the stuff.
Actually, everyone else but Woody and Bo Peep and Forky were just side characters at this point.
That's the thing that I didn't expect. I didn't know it was gonna be so Woody.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be so.
I mean, I think the whole franchise naman has shown more Woody than anyone else kasi it followed him towards everything that happened, and of course this fourth one talks about, you know, his final straw about where he needs to go.
Who you really are.
Pero yun nga, the Buzz thing, I agree kasi they didn't really have much to do with him, but I think the main theme also of Toy Story 4 is like existentialism. If we go deep into it,
and especially with Gabby's arc story.
Kasi si Buzz, the inner voice thing, I think not everyone naman kasi is aware of such dealings. Especially, I mean, of course, he's a toy, but the conscience, as Father Dakanay says. Hello, Father Dakanay. Yun, parang I think it fits pa rin. Pero, of course, to those who don't really read into Toy Story that much and Buzz's consciousness throughout the whole 4 movies, then of course it did seem that they dumbed him down for this movie, which I disagree. Kayo. It's a debate here about Buzz Lightyear and being dumb. Actually, ang dami na nagsabi sa akin in a party I went to, we were talking about Toy Story 4, and they were like, why did they dumb down Buzz?
Or well, I think kasi Buzz's parang screen time was limited na nga. The minutes that we did have, parang kulang pa sa substance for me. Parang could have been a little bit more.
I mean, this is the last time we might see Buzz Lightyear on screen, and I just for me really just kulang that heart-to-heart moment.
The real bro moment.
But I think kasi this is more about, kasi 1 to 3 was a saga about friendship, and this one's more about self.
What if you're
Kasi parang kaya si Woody hindi na niya masyado iniisip ano ba yung iniisip ng friends ko sa tabi ko.
But I like Woody and Bo's moments though,
because Bo is back in this movie after being gone
as
in
a
Toy
strong,
Story
independent
4.
woman.
And can we just say that this movie is gorgeous?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Well, it should be.
But
the animation is so real.
Oh my god. Grabe.
Especially with Bo Peep's porcelain quality.
Even when the first few scenes of the movie, when the rain was splattering in the house, parang, oh my god,
super realistic.
That was the most cinematic for me. When
for sure.
Bo and Woody were under the car and there was rain and dramatic moments like, are you sure you want to leave? And then Bo's like, yeah, it's time for other kids to play with me.
I like the scene though in the shop with the lights when Bo said this was the only part of the shop that I liked when they were showing
the chandelier. That was so nice. Oh my gosh, one of the scenes I cannot forget is the first time we meet Forky in the room, and then you see his hand go out of the backpack, and it just looked so real. No, it made me think, oh my god, if this was real, I'd be so freaked out, because the pipe cleaner, it didn't look like an animation. It looked like an actual pipe cleaner.
Like animation.
Nothing. Well, other than the characters, like the environment, I really had to remind myself, I'm watching Toy Story. I'm watching a
It's like you don't even need a live action Toy Story at this point.
Never.
Paano sila magla-live?
Ito na nga yun. Mukhang live na sila.
But gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous film.
I mean, there's a whole insider video about this, which you should watch. It's 10 minutes long. And it showed the journey.
Oh, I watched that. It was so good.
It showed the journey
of
from
Pixar.
Toy Story 1 to Toy Story 4.
Like, compare the dog sa 1.
Oh my gosh.
I never even noticed how big the difference was until like you put it side by side.
Actually, when I rewatched Toy Story 1, I was like, grabe ganun lang pala yung animation nila in 1995. Kasi right now the technology is so advanced that when you watch How to Train Your Dragon 3 or Coco, for example, those are so amazing as well. And Toy Story 4, hindi nagpatalo for sure kasi they made it real.
Yeah.
It's like you can just grab them.
For sure.
So back to the story.
Yeah.
So Bo Peep is back. It's more of a relationship exploration between Bo Peep and Woody.
Yeah.
Kasi in Toy Story 1 and 2, of course, Bo Peep, feminism wasn't a thing or a big movement in media
1999.
in 1995 and 1999.
Yeah, so she was more of a side character.
Bo Peep was just like, oh, Woody, save me!
Yeah, always sa mga ano nila.
And then now, Bo
She's her
Peep
own
returns
person.
in 2019 as Captain Marvel, ganon. So Bo Peep is shown here to be a strong female character, which I'm sure in the story is also makes sense kasi she's been gone from Andy's room for
a long time.
In the movie, I think it's around
20 years.
7 years.
Joking, such.
Kasi it showed that
9, diba? 9.
10 years. Mga 10 years.
Basta matagal.
Basta matagal.
Basta matagal. And I guess being out in the world really created her character.
Yeah.
Who was a strong, empowered woman who doesn't need a Sheriff Woody to save her. She has her own squad now.
Yeah.
Like Giggle McDimples, a
She
small
is so
police.
cute. I love her. I love her.
Yun yung mga squishy na sinasabi nyo kanina.
No. That's like a Polly Pocket.
It's like Polly Pocket, yeah. And she has her sheep, her flock of sheep. I forget their 3 names. I'm sorry.
Also.
Like Woody.
Lefty something and something.
Basta sila.
So she's
The
back,
girls.
and of course there's this whole storyline about Woody and Bo. Like, oh, Woody, you're here. Like an ex would say, probably. I wouldn't know. Rissa would probably know.
Whoa.
I mean, is it like the experience of seeing an ex and be like, oh, you're in the same room? Kasi they haven't seen each other in quite a while. Ito yung dalawang ano eh.
I think it was more of... No, not well. What? Maybe. I don't know.
Napaisip sila ng malalim about exes.
But then you never really got together.
So the subtitle of Toy Story 4 is Toy Story 4 Excess Baggage.
No, but you know, the way that they said hi to each other afterwards, it felt more of like old friends than really, you know...
This is a kid's movie.
Yeah. It doesn't... No, I mean, you know, remember...
Pero syempre, we're here as adult-ish people watching this kids film. And of course, when they created this film also, there are some semblances of deeper meaning that kids wouldn't necessarily think about the way we are thinking about it now. So, has Bo Peep truly moved on? Parang, I mean, in the beginning, she was quite reluctant on like entertaining Woody and the gang. Because Forky, who is Bonnie's most prized possession in this era, has been kidnapped by Gabby Gabby, a new toy, a doll who doesn't have a voice, a creepy doll
whose voice
who has some marionette squad.
Yeah.
A marionette squad.
They were so
super
scary.
So this was a lot of things in one movie. It's kind of like a romance aspect, make some sort of friendship, some existentialism, nostalgia, horror, everything.
You got it all.
You got it. We've got it all for you. Toy Story 4. Number 4 yun. We've got it all for you.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
And, you know, I think that's one of my main... It's not really an issue. I mean, I loved Toy Story 4. It was amazing. It was still nice, but I didn't love it as much as I did Toy Story 3. Is it because we've grown up? Is it because Toy Story 4 is targeted towards a new generation of Toy Story enthusiasts? Or what do you guys think?
I feel like it was still for us.
Yeah.
It's like a closing, It's like the closure arc of
or like an epilogue. Kasi closure na yung, okay, pamimigay na kita sa ibang tao.
No, but I mean, I think it still is for us because when we last saw Andy in Toy Story 3, he was going to college. And parang...
Also us. Parang
that was us.
We were in high school. But I mean, not only was Andy but I mean, I think the idea is that it doesn't end with college.
Yeah.
Also, there's a life outside. So I think that's what Toy Story 4 was also trying to show in the parang.
Yeah,
and I think there was even a line that Bo said. No, something that like there's more to life than a kid.
There's a whole world out there.
Yeah, there's a whole
Woody.
world out there. Yeah, that's the line.
Which is also a timely message for
us. Yeah,
like fresh out of college.
Kind of.
Hindi na fresh. Hindi na fresh.
Kind of, sort of ish.
Pero yun nga, I agree in a sense that this is a closure in a sense that after letting go, how do you move forward into a new direction in your life?
Yeah, I think
Parang
it's a very
ibang podcast
timely.
na yata to.
And it kind of feels open-ended rin, like the story of Woody, because now that he's a lost toy, he doesn't know where that really
There should be a short where Bonnie's like, where's Woody?
Oh my gosh.
Dinitch lang niya. Dinitch lang niya lahat.
Yeah, she really just forgot about Woody.
That child, grabe.
For Woody. No, but yeah, I think it was more of I think it just showed that there's no real ending. It's an open ending. So I think it still resonates with us as an older audience.
I think tayo na, if anyone, like our age, I think is the age group that will resonate to the story the most.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel because what I got from the movie, at least, it's Woody really not knowing what to do with his life.
That's true, and it's a question for everyone.
When he was able to realize it with the help of his friends, and when they said, oh, he's not a lost toy anymore. I forgot. Si Buzz ba nagsabi?
Parang, so does that mean Woody's a lost toy? It's like, no, he's
not
lost.
anymore.
He's not lost anymore.
He's not lost anymore.
It's not a toy anymore.
No, I think he just said like not anymore. Parang ganun. Yeah.
I mean, he was lost.
Yeah.
In a sense that he didn't know what direction he was gonna take.
He didn't know what his role was in Bonnie's life.
Before getting kasi to that kind of decision, to that kind of character development, he had to go through a lot of things. He had to question whether he didn't know life outside the kid kasi.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then he met Gabby Gabby. And he had to...
And Gabby Gabby was a real crazy.
I know. But you felt for her. Definitely.
Yeah. And hindi siya, nagdalawang isip siya to give his voice box, but he still did it.
He became Ariel. He gave his voice to Gabby Gabby.
You know, like when Woody finally said that he was gonna give his voice box, it kind of me already symbolized the end
Him
of
starting to
era.
let go.
Like this is him
starting over again.
Yeah. No, but this was him accepting that he's not the number one toy
anymore.
He doesn't
that
really
you know
need
he doesn't need
voice
it anymore
box.
because I feel like, and also the Gabby said something about how you had Andy and I've never had that kind of love before from a
chance.
Can I just say, ang chismoso ni Forky na kunento niya yung buong buhay ni Woody kay Gabby Gabby.
Ikaw talaga si Forky Cholo.
Yeah. Forky's your spirit animal, I swear.
Live for what? 2 days.
I am trash.
No, but yeah, I feel like it really represented the end of Woody's, time as the top toy and kind of letting go.
Yeah.
Really.
So, ang ganda. Ang galing the way that they did it. And how, like, yun nga, Gabby was saying, you had Andy, this is my chance to have what you had.
I like how parang initially it would appear to you that Gabby's so evil.
A villain.
But you eventually feel
but they still
sad.
didn't leave her behind.
Yeah.
Like, sobrang na-touch ako sa scene where she finally found a child.
Yeah.
Because that other
After
girl
na
was
pinaasa siya ng apo ng may-ari ng store.
Oh my God, but can I just say, if I was that child and a doll just appeared and it played the back, I would be like, I'm leaving.
It's Annabelle.
Your store content.
Yeah. I mean, if it were me,
Yeah.
I mean, not all children are gonna be as creeped out as me. But I mean, no, not even the star in the carnival.
Yeah.
Like, remember when she was lost and she just like appeared and I was like,
Gabby.
yeah.
Gabby.
I'm going.
Would you like a ride?
But you end up rooting for her.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah, which is good characterization and good writing. Kasi I think my beef with Lotso, parang
You never ended up liking him.
parang I have a Lotso stuffed toy in my house.
Why?
Because he's so cute and he smells like strawberries. But as compared to Lotso, who took a revenge
route,
na you wouldn't really feel for him because even until the end, he went all train to Busan on them.
Burning pit, my gosh.
Parang why would you want that much
hatred.
Suffering for other people because you didn't suffer? I mean, I guess it's also good writing in a sense that, you know, other people actually go through that, that they become hateful beings.
Like, he's a mirror of a real person somewhere in the world.
So Gabi Gabi is kind of like a response to that. Na, what if you're broken in a sense that you were born broken? How will other people help you find the person that you are and be someone in someone else's life? Wow, Theo lessons, Philo lessons.
Theo and Philo.
Shout out to
all our Philo profs out there.
Ma'am Natividad, Manny D.
Pero yun nga yung question, nakasulat ako ng hugot line about Toy Story 4.
Ano?
So kapag naabot mo na yung infinity mo, what lies beyond?
Wow.
So hindi pala bumenta yun. Anyway, so
Nabawa naman kami.
No.
I mean, that is Woody's storyline. And now that we're talking about this, it is so good how they wrote all these connecting storylines in the film. And my only beef, I guess, would be there could have been more existential crisis with Forky, kasi they only showed that for a bit. I'm trash. Then Woody's like, oh, I'm just gonna tell you about my life.
Starting to gain consciousness.
Yeah, and then parang wala. I think a whole movie about that would have also been nice, but wouldn't have given as much closure to everyone else.
Yeah. No,
I don't think that was a priority.
It wasn't.
No.
I mean, if they focused on Forky, us, like the millennial people will not be excited about this movie the way we would have been excited because we're so familiar with Sila Woody. Yeah, and if Forky was the main character of this entire show, we would just be like,
It is new, but we can all relate to him.
yeah,
because we are
trash.
We are trash.
We are all trash. But what did she say? She said like a really funny line about Bonnie or something. No, Bonnie's trash or something.
Yeah, he is. I mean, when Boodie was explaining, he was saying, I'm Bonnie's trash.
Yeah, that one. I'm Bonnie's trash.
And, you know, we will be seeing more of Forky.
Yes.
Because they just announced that a Disney Plus show, a series of shorts will be about Forky asking questions about life, featuring other toys in each episode.
Oh, so is the knife gonna be part 2?
Si Knifey. Knifey ba yung pangalan niya?
I don't know
I think her name is Knifey.
What's the knife
Mr. and Mrs. Potato version
Trash
2.
version. If you didn't have all those Hasbro Play School items with you, you just use a spork, a knife.
That's all you need.
And I think there's a whole discussion on the internet as well na, do you really have to buy Disney's version of Forky?
I saw
or can you just make your own Forky?
I think you can just make your own Forky.
I actually want to make a Forky, so abangan nyo yan. I will attempt at that. Probably on my YouTube channel,
plug ka na,
which has been dormant for a while, except for this podcast and radio show. So, ayun. New characters also included Duke Kaboom, played by everyone's internet boyfriend at the moment, Keanu Reeves.
You Canada!
And naisip ko ngayon, why don't we have more Asian toys in this franchise? I mean, Keanu Reeves is Asian in a sense because his grandmother is Chinese, but there hasn't been much feature about like.
Yeah. What's an Asian?
What's an Asian? Well, Rissa, an Asian is a person who lives who comes
like oh my gosh, let's not go there. No, but I mean, what would pass as an Asian toy? Do you like
a I don't want to be racist.
Like a trumpo, for example.
Like a what?
Trumpo. Or Chinese checkers. Ganon. Crazy Rich Asians Toy Story edition. Mahjong pala sila.
No, but yeah, I get your point, but I also don't.
It's not necessary to have representation in toys.
Yeah, because like you have an alien, a dinosaur, a pig, stuffed toys, and an Asian.
Sobrang random question lang.
Have trash also.
But yeah, I'd love to see more of Duke Kaboom as well. I mean, he was fun.
Gusto ko din yung backstory niya. So medyo sad pero medyo funny.
Si Antoine ba yung pangalan niya?
The French Canadian who threw him away after he was not as good as advertised.
And that was kind of, I mean, watching the old movies also, parang you'd see a lot of stories that are kind of just being rewritten for other characters. For example, Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story 1 was like, oh, I'm gonna try to fly, but I can't fly. Duke Kaboom in Toy Story 4 is like, oh, I can't actually jump that high.
Pero yun kasi, may parang PTSD of sorts na siya. After his owner
This for you.
Yeah.
Antoine? Was that name Antoine?
I don't remember. Some French name.
Some French name. And si, ano naman, naalala ko lang din, parang Jesse's story is kind of like everyone's story in Toy Story 3. And lots of stories, kind of like si Prospector Pete then in a sense. But, you know, they did it nicely na hindi mo talaga maninitpick like I'm nitpicking it right now.
You can relate it like to life. Everyone's going through the same battles more or less.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are all different kinds of toys and we have different battles, as Boodie was saying. And Woody keeps on falling.
Papansin talaga eh.
So Woody, ano masasabi mo tungkol sa franchise mo? Wala siyang masabi.
No voice box now.
So there you go. I think that's everything we can say about Toy Story 4. Are there any
also,
other?
Also, shout out lang to the two new stuff.
Yeah, they were
Key and Peele.
What's Ducky and
Bunny?
Wala lang. They were a
so
funny.
I saw that your cousins already have Ducky and Bunny stuffed toys.
Hindi yung papahuli.
Oh my god. Natuwa talaga ako when
they were good.
I like
comedic relief.
the getting the key scene.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. That was so brutal.
Wait, I just remembered. Sorry. Can we still talk about one more thing? There was like parang parts na I was like, were they that like out there na parang they weren't shy to like risk being exposed to the humans? Do you know what I mean?
Actually,
you mean the RV scene? Yeah,
like in the car.
You know that RV scene kind of reminded me of what happened in Finding Dory. Do you remember that when they drove the van into the ocean or something? Mm-hmm. And I was like, is this gonna be a thing for Pixar now that they're gonna make the animals or whatever their main characters are more involved with?
Yeah, is it out of character for the toys to have been so instrumental in
aggressive.
making? Parang having
they manipulated the story so much.
The story
they had
that
too much
part.
power. Yeah. So parang wala lang. Medyo that was different. I don't think the previous Toy Story movies had that element.
They always made sure they weren't seen.
Yeah.
But you know what? Maybe it's because Woody wasn't there.
There wasn't anyone to.
There was like because you know,
hey guys, don't expose us.
No, because you know, Buzz is more
lax.
Yeah, Buzz is more lax. So
the cool guy. He's not like the
good gotcha.
Yeah. So for me, maybe it's because Woody wasn't there to and Woody is an old toy. Like what he said, he's from the 1950s, so he's traditional. Yeah. So maybe like with a newer toy,
actually, like traditional versus modern.
Yeah. So I think. Maybe it's something that I actually read in an article that like Woody is the representation of like the baby boomers and
I get
the millennial X, and then parang
and Forky is a Gen Z in their trash.
Parang it was just, and even like Dolly and everyone, parang it showed how the baby boomers don't want to let go of their positions yet and not let the newer generations take control. Something like that.
Wait, so where are we in this picture?
Why? I guess we're
Buzz.
I guess we're like Buzz.
So who are Dolly and crew?
Maybe X na, because they're Bonnie's toys. I don't know.
We're giving so much meaning to this.
No, but it was just an article I read about it. it na Woody could be the representation of the older generation, not ready to let go of their position and power and not letting the younger
Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
take charge. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, Buzz is the millennial.
She's going to be fine.
Yeah, she's going to be fine. Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe now that you mentioned, maybe that scene happened because Woody wasn't there
Around.
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. Kasi sobrang natawa ako yung naging ways sila.
Oo nga.
They can just talk now?
No, but can I just say like
to go to jail.
yeah, no, but this is the funniest Toy Story of the franchise because they
I
really
would
made it
They went
funny.
all out.
They really went all out. With these two characters were so funny.
That key scene nga was hilarious.
No, and also I laughed when remember the fluff came out of Bunny's side and it fell, and then what's Ducky was just like no. Like I thought you were dead. Wala lang, sorry.
Sobrang galing nga. They're still able to create all these new toys. After creating so many. Even in the Toy Story shorts, they came up with so many other characters that aren't in these movies. So kudos to Pixar for creating our childhood, our adulthood, and probably our children's childhood if we do have children.
Oh, I'm still gonna watch Pixar.
I will.
For like the rest of my life.
Oh, another question to end this whole discussion about Toy Story. What is your take on adults watching animation? Kasi there are some people who argue that tanda mo, nanood ka pa ng ganyan.
Oh yeah,
Stupid.
that's so true.
That's stupid.
Humans just have a misplaced sense of pride when it comes to that.
Does it come from a place of jealousy na parang buti ka, good for you, you're able to enjoy these kinds of things when I can't enjoy it myself?
I don't know. I can't relate to the question as much because I feel like as long as the material's good, I would watch it.
Yeah.
No, I think there are just some people who lose interest through the years. I mean, I have friends who don't want to watch cartoons anymore because they just feel that they've outgrown them.
Yeah.
I guess same as toys. I guess same as toys, like for a while I loved it but I outgrew it.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I clearly haven't.
Yeah. Even if some people outgrow it, I don't think like they should judge people who aren't outgrown pa.
Yeah. Well,
Again, everyone respect each other.
Just let people like what they like.
Kasi for me,
Love is
as a
love.
toy collector myself and as someone who likes watching animations still, parang I get that a lot from other people saying, you're so old, why are you still collecting toys? Why are you still watching these movies and loving them and being proud of it? So parang for me, I'm like, I'm just enjoying my life. Why don't you just let me?
I feel like animation is so underrated. Like, my gosh, if you just take the moment to even just watch the progress of not only Pixar but maybe even like Hayao Miyazaki, Studio Ghibli, or any cartoons and see it
And
grow.
the stories are
the stories
so good.
Yeah.
They're so deep.
Even more than a lot of like live action movies, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, when you watch these animated movies, talaga, they express so much that reality cannot. So I feel like give it a chance, guys. If you
Give it a chance.
if you're not watching cartoons now, just try again.
Yeah.
Like,
It's amazing.
it's
I mean, I
amazing.
think it speaks about the endless possibilities of the stories they can tell through animation
I mean,
that they can't show in real life.
like Into the Spider-Verse, Kubo and the Two Strings. I mean, there's so many. Kimi no Na wa. There's just so many good. How to Train Your Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon 3 was really good.
Oh gosh, it was so good. Yeah.
And mas nagpa-progress na yung animation ngayon.
And you to see the development from like again Toy Story
Toy Story
1995
pa lang.
to 2019, it's amazing.
Especially with Pixar.
Yeah.
Props to the team at Pixar.
And oh my gosh, when the first Toy Story 4 trailer came out and you saw the new CGI animation of Andy, I was like
Why does he look
blown
different?
away. Yeah, he looks so different. But at the same time, I'm blown away because oh my gosh, they finally got to realize how Andy is supposed to look like. I mean, I don't know. That
Even
excited
teenage
me.
Andy looked different.
Yeah. Oh, but that excited me so much because you really see how far they've gone.
That whole opening sequence of Toy Story 4.
Yeah. Alam mo, when they started playing You Got a Friend in Me sa intro, like parang I wanted to
gosh.
cry na agad.
Yeah. yeah. No, that scene where, we find out what happened to Bo, and they have that whole talk about, toys get lost every day. Ganun. Parang, I wanted to cry already because.
And did you cry at any point of
that
the movie?
point?
I did.
That one.
So 4, I don't think
I didn't.
But I got really sad.
As compared to 3
really sad.
talaga.
So 3,
Ay,
umiyak
nako.
talaga ako.
Okay, so one last question. Among all Toy Stories, what's your favorite? I mean, you guys answered it.
Yeah, 2.
I'm 3 then.
I'm 3.
That was so emotional. I think as an adult, growing up with Toy Story, that hit me the most. Na wow, okay, this is an end of an era, quote unquote, and then boom, Toy Story 4.
I remember the last scene vividly. Like, as in now, every time you say Toy Story 3, it just plays in my head.
Yeah,
that last
I remember
scene.
it so much.
Yeah. I was talking to a friend kanina and he was saying like, I don't really remember the plot of Toy Story 3. I was like, you don't need to remember the plot. You just need to remember that last scene
It's
where
so
they're
emotional.
playing.
I remember the emotion more than I remember like exact details of it.
So I just remember that last scene where they're playing for the last time, and that's all you need to remember about Toy Story 3. Honestly, all you need to remember.
And these are the aliens. They come from a planet called Pizza Planet.
Oh my god.
Am I gonna just...
Speaking of which, did you... Wait, sorry. Before, did you guys see any Easter eggs? Because I wasn't
There
able
were
to.
a
The gas
lot.
station lang.
The gas station.
In Dinoco, of course.
Oh yeah, the
Yun lang.
Dinoco. Yeah, I
Do you
remember
know
that.
that Dinoco was there in Toy Story 1 even before
really?
Cars was...
Oh really?
Yeah. The part where Woody and Buzz fall from the car.
Yeah. That's a
Tapos-
Dinoco gas
It's
station.
a Dinoco gas station.
Oh my gosh.
So
Galing.
you guys, everyone should rewatch
95
Toy
pa.
Story 1 to 3.
Yeah.
To watch it more as an adult and realize what it all means. So deep. So yeah, Toy Story 3 for me and
4.
Mika.
Yes.
Toy Story
No, sorry, 2.
2
Nostalgia
for
pa rin.
Boodie and Rissa.
Yes.
I love that airport scene, forever memorable.
Right? Ako, panalo lang talaga yung 2 because of that and the ASMR scene.
Okay, so that ends our pretty lengthy Toy Story discussion. We got so deep into this dive. Shout out to Jim and Sam joke. Shout out. I actually
Pakolab naman.
Pakolab naman dyan. Ang bait nila, na-meet ko sila 2 weeks ago.
I just name dropping people.
But yeah, they were so nice. I was so starstruck because I listened to their podcast and they're like, oh, cool. So anyway, we will be back with more popcorn after this break. Indie synth pop band Churches with hits Miracle, Get Out, The Mother We Share, and the recently dropped Here With Me returns to Manila. Churches live in Manila August 13, 2019 at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Tickets now on sale at www.ticketnet.com.ph #Churches Manila. That's CHV and not you. Brought to you by Ovation Productions. And we are back for our last bit of popcorn with Cholo Sediaren and of course my special co-hosts for the day, my blockmates Boodie, Micah, and Rissa. So here we are at our pop stop and these are our top picks for the week, our recommendations of anything pop culture we've consumed and would like to recommend all our listeners and viewers. Go, Micah.
Okay, so
Ito na si K-drama queen.
K-drama trash. So, I recommend It's Okay That's Love. It's a really good K-drama if you're a mental health advocate or if you're suffering from a mental health illness. Plus, Jo and Song is such a So, yung requirements sa K-drama talaga para matandaan mo yung person, yung characters, dapat may pogi doon.
Dapat i-stalk mo sila ng matagal sa online.
Yeah,
It's Okay That's Love.
my office mate will not watch a K-drama kung hindi gwapo yung actor. So, it's
Well,
so
arguably,
important.
mas pogi naman yung mga nasa K-drama more than K-pop.
I don't do K-pop, so I don't know.
Some people na from K-pop groups, they act
also after.
Act. So, I kinda don't know the difference pa. So,
I don't know. I see.
parang I haven't stalked
Parang mas mature
K-pop person.
mas mature yung mga nasa acting more than K-pop? I don't know.
I guess.
Or is it because K-pop looks so vibrant? This is gonna be another episode. So
Yeah.
Mika's recommendation is again.
But also, that's why I haven't watched Arthdal Chronicles. It's good though. In Netflix. Song Joong Ki's there, but he's ugly there. Sorry.
So she won't
Cute
watch it.
there. So
Yeah, so sure. Okay. If it's K-drama, I recommend Pinocchio. It's on Netflix. It's Lee Jong Suk and Park Shin Ye.
Park Shin Ye's
Yeah.
hairs.
Yeah.
Mag-spiral na lang sila.
Yeah. But
K-drama.
if it's other things, I really love Gotham. If you guys know it, it's a prequel to Batman's story. It ended already, but it's on Netflix seasons 1 to 4 if you want to watch it. And oh my gosh, there was something else on my mind. I can't remember.
Arrowverse?
No, not the Arrowverse.
Maisel?
No, One Day at a Time. It's a TV show on Netflix. Oh
Which
gosh.
has been picked up.
Yeah, which
at a
has been
new-
picked up. So I'm so.
Ako rin.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. But it's so, yeah, guys, I highly recommend. It's so funny, and it really deals with very, same topics on mental health, being a Hispanic person in America. So it deals with racism and things like that. So it's, I think, and okay, I forgot what their ethnicity is, but their family dynamic is very
Their
similar.
family?
It's very similar to ours. Na
Kasi
the
Hispanic
Lola
sila.
with them, they're Hispanic. So it's so interesting because you kind of see your family in it. Well, I did anyway, and it's funny and highly recommend, guys. And I'm so happy it's coming back for a 4th season. But I think season 1 to 3 are still on Netflix. So
Yeah, I think it'll take some time before.
yeah. So if you haven't watched it, it's so funny.
Lin-Manuel Miranda recommends.
Yeah, it's so funny. They have a great cast. Yeah.
And that actually reminds me of something I want to recommend. I'm bringing it back. I want to recommend In the Heights.
In the Heights.
The original Broadway recording, because the movie is being shot right now. So I recommend that before they release it, get in on the musical. Yeah, get in on the musical before you watch it.
And the whole story is there. I actually listened to it before. No?
Diba?
So
Ako
don't
din,
look
I've
at me
been-
like that.
I've been listening.
She's judging me.
Pero yun, listen to In the Heights. It's Lin-Manuel Miranda's other musical na hindi
First
Hamilton.
Anything else?
Oh yeah, I want to recommend a YouTube channel that I've been watching recently. It's the Bon Appetit.
Oh my god.
Kala ko
Channel?
Bona Kid.
I want to also.
Triggered.
Also.
Triggered.
It's kind of like Tasty from BuzzFeed, but I like it actually better than. Yeah, it's a lot chill. Tapos super likable. Lahat ng people. They're all very. Very human. They're very, very normal people, but they're super likable and super enjoyable lahat ng videos nila. And it makes you hungry all the time. So,
Truly.
I recommend yung series nila na Gourmet Mix, where this girl, si Claire, she recreates popular snacks, popular chips and popular chocolate, and she makes it all from scratch. So it's super entertaining. So wala
Dami
lang.
nilang time. Well, that is their job. So, good job for them.
Yeah.
Ako, I have quite a bunch since I haven't recommended anything in quite a while, and I haven't had much time until lately to actually watch new things. But first, I watched Amazon Prime's Fleabag. It's my other guests have been talking about it so much. Phoebe Waller-Bridge Waller. It's really good. It's like as Emil has put it, it's like BoJack Horseman personified into a person, a real life person. So that's a really fun show. Ang galing, it's brilliant. She's really good. Ito, I'm gonna read it. It's Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Tama nga ako, hindi Bridge Waller. So that's really funny, and season 2 is the final season also. All of it is out on Amazon Prime if you have Amazon Prime. So go and watch that. Really good stuff. I was laughing. My judgment or my critique as to how good a comedy is kung mapapatawa ako mag-isa sa kwarto ko, and this fits right in.
It was a yes.
It was a yes. And aside from that, I have some other recos. I watched Child's Play 2 weeks ago. It's also a really good slasher movie. I wasn't able to make a mini-sode about it, but go watch it if it's still in cinemas right now. And some music to listen to. This came out earlier this year or last year. Robin's album Honey. My friend Kevin has been telling me all about it, and I haven't listened to it until now. And parang Carly Rae Jepsen adultified even more. She's like this.
That's an international artist.
Si Robin, who sang On My Own, Dancing on My Own.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then aside from that, Mark Ronson's Late Night Feelings album just came out as well. It has really good songs from Likey Lee, Reba, Camila Cabello, and Miley Cyrus, and Alicia Keys is also there. So a lot of good stuff, and it's a really cohesive album. So that is those are my recommendations for the week: Fleabag, Child's Play, Honey, and Late Night Feelings. Go check them out. So anything else you'd like to plug or shout out to?
Wala naman.
So ako na lang. As always, all episodes of Popcorn with Cholo Sediaren and all our extra special guests and co-hosts are out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasts. So you can go and listen to whatever we talked about in the past 7 episodes and 4 or 5 minisodes on there. And you can watch, you can get bonus content as well online that you won't see every week here on Radyo Katipunan. So go and subscribe, follow, listen. Thank you so much, Radyo Katipunan, as always, for having me. And go follow at Popcorn with Cholo on Instagram and Twitter. That's at Popcorn W Cholo for more updates on the show and whatever we're going to be discussing. So thank you guys for tuning in this week. This has been your host, Cholo Sediaren, and this is Popcorn, your stop for all things pop. Thank you guys. See you all next week. Goodbye.
Bye.